Here is my biggest pumpkin, the first one that came on. And around here is the second pumpkin that came on. And then around here was my smallest pumpkin. Vines look like they're dying, but I don't think they are, because if you follow this pumpkin vine around through here, around to this baby pumpkin, and then up and around, and it goes out through there. So that is my pumpkin update for today. On my garden, I think I'm going to have to take my sunflowers and cut them down. They just went past. I cleared this out and sowed some more kale in there. Right here I sowed, this is stir-fry corn, and my sister requested that. Back here where the corn and stuff were, we have turnips and beets and radishes. And in this bed, I'm not sure what we put in there. I guess I'll have to wait till it comes up. Back here I planted some corn. I don't know whether it's got time to make anything or not. Planted some beans where I had my potatoes, and they're doing real good. And a kohlrabi is growing now. And then I've got some cucumbers right here and tomatoes. And they're doing good. There's one right there. Get that one. And I've got some ripe tomatoes that need to be picked. My tomatoes are just about done. Once these turn red, I'll be taking these vines down. And right there is my baby pumpkin. And around here is my medium pumpkin, or the second one. And then over here is my first one that grew. Now, I thought my vines had died. They look terrible. But if you follow them, they go back and around where the little baby one is, and then come around through there, and then the vines are really green over here. So I'm going to try to keep those pumpkins on the vine as long as I can. Try to keep them on there, maybe be able to keep the pumpkins till October when my grandson's coming in. And then I've got a few tomatoes back here. They're just about gone. And some more cucumbers there in the back. And over here in this bed, I planted some more lettuce. Last of the sunflowers. Thanks for watching.
Hi folks, it's Friday the 27th of July 2016. Now I wasn't going to do another pumpkin update this week. This will be my third. As you know, I've got a pumpkin full of male flowers. Or has he? What did Mick find this morning? Now please say this is a female flower. Please, please, please say this is a female flower. Look at the size of that pumpkin. I'm struggling to pick it up already. It's that big. I've got an extra large pair of hands here just to show you it. That's got to be a female, yeah? I know it is. From my old cucumber growing days, which I will be growing again next year. It's the only one I've seen up to yet, so you're my only hope. So I can no longer call this Gary Pumpkin. I have to call you Gary Lena or something Pumpkin. Now what I've done to pollinate this is a bit tricky, but it does work. I've a couple of days ago I lassoed 6 bumblebees with fishing line, and I dipped them inside the male flower, up and down like a yo-yo. Then I pulled the group of bumblebees out and I dangled them over this flower. I played the birdie dance to them, so they danced around and emptied the pollen sacs, and hopefully that'll do the trick. Now, in hindsight, I should have worn gloves. I mean, the swelling's gone down now, but this hand was twice the size it was because the bumblebees weren't too happy with the time I'd finished with them. I have released them. They are unharmed. Don't worry, I don't kill bumblebees, and they have become quite tame actually. Every time I get the fishing line lasso out, they jump into it now, and I pollinate other stuff with them. So I've got the tamest bumblebees on the planet. And if you believe that, you believe anything. So yes, I had to show this because I'm just excited. That is a female flower, yes or no? Anyway, that's just a short clip from Meet the Potters. Sorry you're getting so many pumpkin updates, but I didn't think I'd get so involved in a challenge. It's been great fun. And Paul from our Coney Horticultural channel keeps winding me up, which adds to the fun. That's my sense of humour. Look at it, I've got visions of that being a monster. Monster pumpkin from that little round ball. And I've got 6 tame little bumblebees. So, just a quickie folks, thanks for watching. Oh, by the way, there's a debate going on our plot. Do you remove side shoots from sweet corn, or do you leave them on? Some books say leave them on, and some books say remove them. I ain't got a clue what I'm doing, so I'm just letting them do what they want to do this year. One of the plot holders has removed the side shoots, and one's left them on. So who's going to be correct? I'll probably come back to that one on a future update. There's a mixed thoughts on that one. I say I'm a complete novice at sweet corn, so I'm no use to anybody. So, no sign of any tassels yet, even though everybody else on this site's got tassels, i.e. lens. And this is the crop with the side shoots left on. Be interesting to see what people think. So, thanks for watching folks. I'll keep it short because other people want to put the vids up. And I will catch you soon. Bye for now.
Hi everyone, welcome to Meet the Potters. I thought we'd have a look at the squashes. These are butternut squash. If I can get in here, see? There you are, I've got one there. And where are we? Aha. One there. And 2 more there. I think that's about it on this plant. So that's good. Found another one, look. This one's just flowered.
See the flower? And there's a little one. Oh, actually, found 2 more. That one and that one. I'm not quite sure whether that's off a different plant. I'll have to have an investigation. I think it's off the same plant. The tomato tower's doing really well. All the tomatoes on it are still green. This one's a really big bunch. It's quite deep. It goes in. Oh, there we are. Move that. Goes right into there. Look. That's a really big bunch. That one. See, nearly every single one has got loads on. And back here, I don't know, I might have to just take you around this way. This one, these are quite big on this one, but they're not going red yet. There we are. But they've been quite big for a while, and some of the others have caught up. So I'm really pleased with my tomato tower. If I stand back so you can see it. There we are. I think I will do that again next year, except I'm not putting lettuce in the back because it's gone to seed. I've left it because it looked quite pretty to start with, looking a bit wild now, but it's going to go in a different place so I can have tomatoes all the way round. So I've got to find a place that the sun shines, it'll get sun all the way round during the day. Courgettes are still going mad, picking off courgettes off this every day. The cabbages are starting to heart up. I don't know whether you can see. This is for a bit of shade because it sometimes gets a bit hot in this corner. That one there, if you can see through the net, is hearting up quite nice. Some over there are. These bigger ones take a longer time to heart up, but they're starting to come. There's one over there. This kale, I think I'm going to pick some to make a bit more room. Some of the lettuces are trying to, a bit starved for light now and starting to kind of push upwards, so I'm going to get in there today and sort things out. This side's looking nice. Swiss chard and the lettuce and the tomatoes and some more cabbage at the back are all looking nice. And I've got beans. Finally, the beans seem to be doing something. We have beans on there, or some more on there. I've already picked some, so that's looking nice. But I'm going to do, if you look on my channel, I'm going to do a bit of a review on what's worked this year and what hasn't, because this is new, this garden at the top here, because I moved from my allotment and turned the top of my garden into a veg plot, and so there's still a bit of work wants doing. A few paths still not sorted. Oh, I've just noticed I've got some tomatoes on this one. It's only a little plant. This is a money maker, and it's been outside since it was this big. The other side's not quite doing so well. I think it's getting dwarfed by things, but that one's doing all right. And the beans, these beans look like they're doing fine, since these were a mistake. These were supposed to be dwarf beans, and I put the dwarf beans somewhere else and put the climbing ones here, and had to put stakes in. So yeah, so I was saying I'm going to do a video on what I'm going to do next year and mistakes this year with growing things before I got beds ready, and what's done well and what hasn't. Like I've had a bit of disaster with the black fly, but I've sprayed these, but I don't know whether they're dead. Well, they might be because they're just coming off. But I had got some proper spray, and I've sprayed with wash up liquid, but I was a bit slow on sorting it out, and it started off one little patch over there, and I got busy, and guess what? It spread, and I had the hose pipe blasting some of these off, the other day, and then I went round with a vegetable friendly spray, so if I got it on any of my veg, I could still eat them. But I think they're on the way back again. But while they're attacking this area, they're leaving everything else alone. And there's my nasturtium seeds that I'm saving. They just drop off, so you don't really have to pull them. They just, oops. There they are, they've just dropped off, look. So you know when they're ready, when you touch them and they just fall off. So I'm saving these for next year. I've just touched that and it falls off, so you get loads down here. So this will come back next year. There we are, look. So I'll show you my stash that I've been collecting up, ready for next year. Got plenty of white butterflies out again. You can lay your eggs on there. We don't mind you laying them on the nasturtiums. We just don't want you to lay them on the cabbages. So plenty of white butterflies, but none of them's got in through my netting, so that's good. Right, I'm just going to show you the nasturtium stash. This is my nasturtium stash, and I just keep adding to them. And that's something else. If you look, these are really starting to go little and dried, and that's what they'll end up like, really small, like that, look. And then once they're really all dried out, I keep just moving them around so they dry out. And once they're really dry, I can put them in an envelope or a container with a lid. I sometimes use these when I've made sure that they're really completely dry, and then put the lids on. And just to finish off, I thought I'd show you my pineapple lily. So here it is. As it's coming. It's a bit. I was a bit late putting it in because I forgot it. I bought it at the Gardener's World show and then put it on my shelving with all the other things to do, and it didn't get put in. So there's another one, a different one that's a fancy one. I bought 3. So this is coming on nice. It looks like a pineapple. It's supposed to be bigger than this, but I say it got put in late. So, but it does look like a bit like a pineapple tree, doesn't it? That's it from Tina's garden this week on Meet the Plotters.
And Meet the Plotters community. As you can see, this week on Marconi allotment, I have been harvesting my onions, and I've got them on this. It's the greenhouse shelf inside, which I'm yet to fit inside the greenhouse, which I will be doing in the autumn. I've just got my onions on it drying out in the sun at the moment. So they were really quite small this year, but I still, I make the most of what I get. I've got to get some good horse manure in this on this side of the allotment in the autumn. So they're doing okay. And if I take you inside the greenhouse, I'd just like to show you. Look at those, Nora, look. They're all going red now. I've got green ones, red ones, but how pretty are those? Got loads down there. Absolutely fantastic. They're the Scotch bonnets, and these are the Carolina Reapers. They're like a bell shape. They're yet to go red, but they're still flowering. I've got lots on here. So I'm keeping them in the greenhouse, nice and hot in here, and hopefully soon they'll go red and we can do the chili challenge, which would be fun. Can you see my I'll just show you my beefsteak tomatoes. Look at the size of those. Look at the size of that one over there. Can you see it? Just in there. It's massive. So hopefully they'll go red soon. We'll have some nice tomatoes. My cherry tomatoes are doing okay. One's just gone yellow down there, so yeah, everything. I'm gonna crack on and give this greenhouse a good watering, and I'll see you in the next episode. I've got a lot to do. I've got some nice lettuce here. I've got to harvest that for today. Make a nice sandwich out of it. But anyway, so from me at Maconie Allotment, I'll speak to you guys soon. Bye. Chicken with a blackberry, look, Nora. They do love the blackberries, look. On John's plot. Giving their little run out today. They go onto John's plot where all the grass and weeds are, and they take his blackberries as well. Still getting 2 eggs a day, Nora, and meet the plotters. So from me and the girls, I'll catch you later.
Hi all you plotters out there. Welcome to Meet the Plotters. This was us down on our allotment the other day. I think it was Friday the 29th. We decided to lift the Sarpomiras. They were due to be lifted sort of the first week of August, but we decided to lift them now because we want to do a bit of work on the paths. We had 7 rows of the Sarpomira. A couple of rows were only about 6 foot long. The rest were about 11 foot long. And Brian's digging them up now. I cut all the tops off for him, and so now he's digging them up. And we weren't really expecting a great harvest from them because we hadn't fed them much. We had put Growmore in the ground before we planted them. Brian's measuring out the rows there, look. So he's only 5'7", I think he is, and we were just measuring out the rows, so it was about 11 foot long. And yeah, so we'd put Growmore on the ground, and we fed them once with chicken pellets, but that was it. So I wasn't really expecting a great harvest, but we were very surprised with what we got in the end. Now he's dug up, I think, 3 rows there, and that's what he's got in the bucket. And they were very clean potatoes. There was no scab or anything on them, no slug damage like last year. We had a lot of slug damage last year, and we had to throw out a lot of the potatoes, but we just didn't have any of that this year, so it was really good. And of course these potatoes are blight resistant, so we didn't have any problem with blight. We did have problem with blight on the allotment with our other potatoes, the rooster ones, but we caught it in time. It was only slight, so we caught it in time. And this is what we had from it, and there was 50 kilograms of potatoes there, and we only had 3 that he'd put the fork through. So all in all, that was a great harvest, and I was very pleased with the results. Now we'll take them out of those sacks, dry them, which we've done already. Dry them, and as you can see, it's a beautiful day, and we'll replace them in the sacks, and I will use some of those potatoes as seed potatoes for next year, because it was all my own seed potatoes that I kept from the year before for this year, so I'll do the same, because seed potatoes are very expensive, and sometimes Sarpo Mira is difficult to get a hold of. You know, they're all sold before you can get to the garden centres. So I will keep quite a bit of them. So that's all for now, folks. I will be back to you in a second. Well, folks, Brian's been round to the big polytunnel and done a little bit of harvesting here. That's a big tomato, isn't it? Pick it up, Brian.
Two there.
Quite large. They're not off the beefsteak, are they?
Yeah, I think so. They're the ones further back, yeah.
Right, go in the fridge and show them the big one. Which is not off the beefsteak. This was off of a Belmonte tomato. The size of that. Compared to those ones are big ones, but look at the size of that one, it's bigger. So a good little haul.
And there's more. It's coming.
Yeah, more that's ripening. Some of them are not quite ripe. Mind you, some of these are what do you call it?
Cherry tomato, don't they?
Yeah, they're cherry tomatoes, but they're sun gold, and they only go yellow. They don't go red. Okay.
Yeah, no, they taste lovely. I just had a couple.
Yeah, they are very nice tasting. Well, YouTubers, these are jalapeno peppers and habanero peppers, and I'm going to open them up and dry the seeds and send the seeds to Mick as promised. So Mick, if you're watching, private message me your address and I'll send these seeds once they've dried out onto you so that you can grow them next year. And I'll send you some of the habanero seeds as well and see what you can do with them. Okay?